Hi, everybody. It's snowing. Michael's running in slow motion. Do, 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 do.
No, no, no,
Chugga,
no, no,
chugga,
no.
chugga, chugga,
No, no, no,
chugga,
no, no.
chugga.
No, 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 no.
The $6 million man.
Probably more like $6.50, man.
$6.50. Well, it's not. We can't really do anything. We're waiting for, honestly, really the next thing that's going to happen is, let's see here, March, April. We're gonna plant. Oh, I couldn't remember what we said. We could do corn or sunflowers, but then I don't think we have the. Can you check and see if we have a corn header for the harvester?
Yeah.
I don't remember. And oh, what on earth? Oh, I stacked them over. Did you stack these? I must have done this. Did I do this? Did you do this?
Looks like you only have a regular header, but
Okay.
there is a header for sale, 59% off in the used market.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a corn header.
Oh,
Might want to check it out.
yeah. I mean, we don't. No, let's just do sorghum. We're just gonna do so. We don't need it for anything. Our cows died over the winter.
What cows? They did?
They're sleeping. They look like they're dead. Oh, we need to ride the horses. Come on, Micah. Who's gonna ride your wild horses? Who would you prefer to ride today, brown spotty or black? The black stallion.
Oh, it don't matter.
Good horsey. No. Ride the horsey. I can't get on the horsey. Get on. There. How did you do that so easily? Like it just does it naturally. I love the snow. It snowed here last night in real life.
Did it?
Yeah. Whoa. I'm gonna fly. What the heck? Just leave it. Let's just leave it and see what
Yeah, how
happens.
far we go.
Wow. That's,
Pretty good view of the map.
yeah.
Hey, look at that mountain there.
We still need a drone camera. Yeah. That's probably Spruce Mountain.
It probably is Spruce Mountain, ain't it?
And then
Probably
off.
ride our horses up there.
I wonder how. Geez. I mean, we're really.
Is this kind
Ah! Oh, weird. Okay.
Oh, that one's only 8%.
There we go. What happened? Oh, the 8% of
Only
riding.
8%.
It actually did count some, though, huh? That's pretty funny. Go this way? Okay. You take
Look, if
the
you're not
high
gonna
road. I'll take
know?
the low road. He said, if you're not going to lead, you're fired. I don't think my guys winter appropriate. Though this is what I would be wearing if I was out in the.
I think you'd be wearing shorts.
Yeah, I definitely would have gloves on though. My hands get too cold. So did you stack these nice and neatly over here? Or did I do that? Did I do
I
that?
think you did that.
I don't remember doing that. Wow. That's what we have to use up. That's the leftover TMR from last year. The cows need to munch it happily. So the last little field we're going to do is going to be sorghum. Now, interestingly, they did look like they. I hope that doesn't kill the plants.
Why did that horse stop? Stupid. Maybe I got too close.
Yeah, I think you bumped my horse. So somewhere here, yeah, this is all canola, I think. These fields are so huge.
Tell me you don't get no field information.
Because you're not off the horse. Oh, I hit you
Yeah,
now.
I know, but well, what's the big deal about being on a horse? Like, you
Re-
can't get field information.
Moisture readings. It's funny because doesn't it seem like the back half of the field's a lot larger than this half? But when you look at the map, they're the same size.
I don't know. I don't pay attention. I just do what I'm told.
Are you tired of me bossing you around, Mr. Micah?
No,
No.
never. I
Never.
love it.
Love it. What a gorgeous day. All right, guys, we're going to finish riding the horses. We'll see you next month. There's really nothing to do this month. We've got everything done we need to do. So we'll see you on the flip side. So we've noticed Mike and I are in here getting ready to ride the horses, and we've noticed that they've now added root crop to our stipend of food, which probably means carrots. Now, yes, you can do that. However, it does not affect the horse's health. So the way horses eat, I guess best practice, and this is what my wife does at her barn, you give them one or two, depending on the time of year, you give them 1 or 2 flakes of hay. Now, a hay flake is a part of a square bale. So you get those Heston bales, right? And when you cut the strap that holds let's ride the horses, Micah. When you cut the strap that holds the bale together, it breaks down into flakes. So you have these like maybe 1.5 to 2 inch thick slices of bale, almost like bread. Like you got to think of the hay bale is like a loaf of horse bread. And so in the morning when you go to feed the horses, you take those flakes and you give each horse in the barn. In the summer you give them 1, and in the winter you give them 2. And that starts up their digestive system because you don't want the horses to just eat oats, right? Like you were saying. Oats alone are not good for a horse. Their digestion won't start properly if you have oats. And if you give a horse oats, just oats, you can actually cause it to colic.
Right.
Its stomach will twist and it'll end up killing itself. So you have to make sure that you hay the horses first before you give them oats. And so, but once again, the reason why you give them more in the winter is because they don't go outside as much to forage. So in the summer, they eat lots of grass, and that fills in some of their hay need. So that's why you do that. But it does start the digestion. Then again, at lunchtime, they'll get a flake, summer and winter. And then at dinner time, they get a flake or 2 flakes again. So each horse will eat about 5 flakes of hay a day. And then they get, I would say for us, it's like a quart bag, like a freezer bag. In the morning, they get a quart bag of oats. And then in the evening, they get a quart bag of oats. And, if you give them the right oats, like with the right fat content and stuff like that, and not like real cheap oats, the horses will actually look really good and they'll be healthy and have plenty of weight on them and stuff. So like Moni has pictures, and I don't have them readily available, but she has pictures of her horse when she got it. And then now her horse, now that she's been feeding it up properly, and there's a huge difference in how the horse looks. It was, skinny. You can see its ribs. And I guess horses, and this is kind of a crazy thing, like they can literally starve themselves to death in a day or 2. Like they have to eat all the time or they will starve to death. So,
Oh, well, think about it. I mean, if you're just eating mostly plants,
yeah,
look at all the muscle on a horse.
Right.
The
Yeah.
calories.
Yep. As far as farm animals go, they're not very efficient. But they don't take as much feed as cows, and it's much simpler. So you don't have to have all kinds of farm machinery You just need to be able to cut hay or alfalfa and get bales, which we don't do. There's a local guy who he has a pair of old Massey Ferguson tractors. One's got a cab and the other one's an open top. And his name is Tom, and he goes out there and he's got all this old, like, really cruddy equipment. It's like in bad. He just parks it outside, leaves it under the tree. But he's got a couple of those scythe mowers, like they're old, but they're like the New Holland one where you can pivot it back and forth.
Yeah.
I forget what disc bind, I think they call those.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a couple disc bind mowers, and then he's got a couple tedders and a couple like those side rolling windrowers that have like the side pinwheels, not the ones that like the European style, but the American style.
Right.
That's all right. And then
Italian likes to be first.
and then he has a Heston baler, and he's got many acres around our farm. So, like, he's got plots of land all up and down the street, and he pretty much services all the horse barns on the block. And his prices are pretty good. So, hay's expensive stuff, though. I think for a month's worth of hay, it's about $1,000. So it's not cheap. And then grain's about $800 for a month and that's for 28 horses or 20 some horses. So today, did we?
They put a horse. If you bump into anything,
I know.
Stop.
And they turn like an articulated tractor. Like their butt turns instead of their front. So we didn't cultivate this, did we? Sorry. This does not look like it was cultivated. I'm gonna fly. Bye. Oop. And whoever cropped these horses' tails did a terrible job.
Yeah. They're like hollow inside.
They just snipped them. Yeah. So anyway, it's fun being around that whole thing because I've been learning a lot about the horses, and I really like the horses. They're most of them are pretty friendly, but you just gotta watch them because they are clumsy, and they're also skittish. So they scare very easily, and they will not necessarily mean to hurt you, but they will hurt you because they get scared and they jump or they jerk, and next thing you know, you're knocked over with a horse hoof in your head. And they don't necessarily mean to do it, but that's just how they are. Some horses are more jumpy than others. Ah, I fell. Alrighty.
You just hold still so I can brush you dumb idiot.
Now we're gonna get kicked. Okay, so all right, so let's take a look. I want to look really quick here in the menu and see what it says about base food with the horses. Where's the help menu?
Yeah, I tried to find it, and it doesn't tell you what that root crop is, like it does with the pigs and stuff. It just says hay, oat, and sorghum. Let me see then.
It doesn't say it in the animals, horses. Each horse has a fitness level. Nope. How to care for your animals? No. Total mixed ration.
You know what I mean? But if you go up to pigs, at the bottom it gives you base.
Oh,
protein.
right. Oh, hang on a second, folks.
Horses, they don't.
Yeah, so that's weird. It shows pigs, but it doesn't show the horses. That's annoying. Well, let's see. Do you want to water the horses and maybe get them some hay?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right,
What?
and I will see. Let's see here.
I don't know. Do you want to go somewhere when you guys get back?
Ooh, do you
You
want
can go to KFC if you want.
KFC? Oh,
You don't want that?
yes, I do.
Just call me and tell me what you feel like.
feel like tacos. I feel like eating tacos. We could buy cut sugar beets.
Mm.
So I wonder if that would do it. See, pallets.
Man, the rest of the house is cold. My room's nice and warm. Got my heater going and my computer.
I know this room makes this. My computer makes this room so freaking warm, and I love it. I come in here and it's like going into a sauna. I'm like, usually I don't like being hot, but for some reason in here I do. I'm like,
Makes
needs
my bones feel better.
my bones. Oh lordy, sorry guys, that's my phone. What'd you say?
Well, that pizza tasted so good.
Pizza. Fabric, liquid fertilizer, eggs, clothes, chocolate, cheese, cereal. You think the horses would like cake? I'd like some cake. Butter, silage additive, planks, bread, filler box, vegetable palette, tree sapling.
You know, I hate it when you move your keyboard. I ate some pizza, right?
Right? Pizza.
And
Pizza.
so I went to look down where my keyboard was, and I thought there was a piece of crust. So I grabbed it and put it in my mouth and chewed it, and it was like something that was like 4 or 5 days old. I don't even know what it was.
Oh.
I hate
I'm
days like this.
Okay, so anyway, looks like we're gonna buy under bales. The only thing I can see that might work would be sugar, cut sugar beets. And
So
I'm just
what do you have for water?
in the smaller of the barns.
Got it. I found it.
There you go. I'm gonna run to the store and pick up that pallet.
There's some pallets in here. Looks like it's lime.
Yep. And then if you need to get hay, I've got the Farmall, the little McCormick has the little trailer on it that you can use to get hay and bring it over. That way you're not bringing like a big ton of hay over.
McCormick.
The Farmall. This guy here. Do you see where I'm at?
Yeah.
This little red tractor has the trailer that you can use to move hay.
Oh, that'll hold hay? Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Where's the water source? This pond?
Yeah, the pond behind the barn. And then I'm gonna go grab this should work. Dashing through the spring in an open-topped Kubota. Going to get some root crop for our little horses. Oh. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. All right, guys, I'll see you at the shop. All right, looks like I can use my Superman strength to move this. Ugh. I get down here and realized I didn't have a mover. But it's okay, so we're super strong. There we go. Actually, probably could have just thrown it in the back of the sidekick, but
I didn't know this you could put straw on a flatbed trailer. Or hay.
yeah, I know. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Some trailers do it, some don't. You have to kind of look at them. I can't get in the sidekick for some reason. What the?
What?
There. Okay.
That's fine. That's what you guys. What are you guys gonna eat? Well, just let me know where you guys gonna eat. Maybe just let me know.
All right, we're on our way back. See you there. All right. I am back at the farm. Micah's hanging the horses. I am bringing them some beets. And that should be. Oh, is that all it would take?
Yep.
Alrighty. I don't know if I'll be able to fit the root crop in then, but we'll see.
The root crop's it's full now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's going to take any root crop, but it might.
What's the root crop? Sorghum?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I got them. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's see if that. I don't think it's going to trigger because I think we have to put it in. Yeah, it's still because it's full, it won't accept it. But right. I'm going to leave that parked out here, and then we'll come out tomorrow and hand move it, and it should fill a little bit in. But it's saying they're at 100%, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just interesting that they added that in. And it could be because people complained and said they wanted to feed their horse carrots. However, in real life, you do not feed. You feed horses carrots and apples and snacks, but not as a primary diet.
Right.
They can have those things as treats here and there, but you don't want to give them too many of them. So you wouldn't fill up a trough with carrots.
Or sugar cubes.
Or sugar cubes, right? Just like us, it rots their teeth. That looks about right. Alrighty. So we put everything to use today. And I think, therefore I am. Do we want to cultivate the field and prep for planting tomorrow? I'm not sure how to answer that question myself.
Oh, what are we planting? Sorghum?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh.
Do we have a cultivator? Yeah, I don't think we even have one now. I'm thinking about it.
Because if we had the plow, it'd be different. This is when we would plow.
Right.
And we would cultivate right before we plant, so we don't have to worry about.
Right. That's what I was saying. Since planting is tomorrow, but I think if I remember right, this horse unit that we bought cultivates and plants at the same time and fertilizes. It's actually quite a useful unit.
It's almost like we need to figure out if we need to do any liming or plowing.
Yeah, we did all that, so we're good. We're good there. The one thing I don't remember. Let me run down there real quick. I can't remember if we put down slurry. I think we did. I'm pretty sure we slurried it. So that way when we go to fertilize, we won't have to add that much fertilizer. Yes, we did. We did. This already got 105 kilograms, so this field is going to do well. We don't have to put much fertilizer in.
You can't plant wheat in the spring.
I know. The game only wheat and barley and I think canola are winter plant or fall plant. And then oats and sorghum, soybean and stuff like that are summer or spring planting. Hop on in, Micah.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna take a map, and it's magically the next month. So we are now in April. I believe that we can. I'm gonna look at our little chart, our handy dandy chart, but I'm pretty sure that it is now planting season for sorghum. Sorghums. Yes. Huh?
What field are you going to do in sorghum?
The behind us field, the half field.
I'll have a 4.
Yep. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
Don't matter.
Why don't I put you at that then, and I will manage.
Plant sorghum.
Yes. So here's the tractor. Follow me.
I hate these things.
What's that?
Stupid sticks that they stick on the side that they stick out.
Oh. The blinker stalks.
Yeah.
Here's your cedar. I don't know if it's full or not. You may have to fill it up. But we have fertilizer and seed in these big stacks. So, or is it full already?
It's mostly full.
Okay.
This looks like grass.
Where's that?
Number 4.
It's canola.
Okay, so we're doing the bottom half.
Yeah, where the split is.
Now, will this rip up that grass if I accidentally go in it?
Yeah, I think so. You gotta try to not. You gotta try to not to. It's alright if it does a little bit. That's just how it goes. But I would make a headland there and then go back. All right, so let the work begin.
Let's just see how big this thing is. Okay.
It's pretty wide.
I chose poorly.
No, it looks like you chose wisely. Dude, you're right on. Like, literally, you're right on the line.
Yeah, but I don't want to be right on the line. I want to be just a little off.
Over the...
All right. Right?
Yep. And you got it set for sorghum, right?
No. Where is it? Looks like it's wheat. Let's see. Where is it?
You'll have to turn. Yeah, turn off. Yeah.
Do I? Yeah, barley. Sorghum. Okay.
There we go.
Wow! It magically changed all the seed in it. That was amazing.
Sorglum. And so Micah begins the process.
And so I begin.
And so it begins. Magnum. I'm gonna rise up over Ohio. That was a nice upgrade, Cedar. I think we got that one used, didn't we?
I don't know. You had it before I joined.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a used purchase, and it was a good purchase. Good purchase. Ah! All right. I'm going to mow the lawn between crops so it's a little easier to see that it's lawn. I'm going to get the ZTR. All right.
I've never seen a mower mow that fast before.
And I'm mulching too. I'm trying not to hit the crop. I'm going so quick though, like sometimes I'm bopping into the crop, but oh well. What are you going to do? Crop bop. And bop. Boy, that came out a lot rougher than it looked.
What, the mowing?
Yeah, I thought it'd be like a nice, neat line. It's all rough. I should have done it in the... Oh, well. I mean, I suppose you'd see a ZTR. I would say probably the most... I don't know. I don't have a ZTR, but... I'd say the fastest you probably would mow would be like 7 miles an hour. I'm sure a ZTR goes 15 miles an hour, but that doesn't mean it mows at that speed.
Well, most mowers, as soon as you kick in the blades, it takes a lot of the horsepower out of it. So
True. Ta-da! Micah's busy planting sorghum. Arthur's busy mulching grass. My own farm. All right, we'll be back, folks.
there we go.
We're talking nitrogen now, folks. I figure we got to bring you back in on this. Micah asked a good question about how does the seeder know how much nitrogen is in the field. I think what you would go out to do is you would go out and test, like get soil samples and see where the field is at. So let's say it's at 100, right? Mm-hmm. Then you program that into your planter and tell it that there's 100 in there. Like it's already at the level 100. So it knows to put in 30. Because it knows that, okay, you're planting sorghum. Sorghum wants 130 nitrogen levels. Or whatever. It wants 130 parts per million of nitrogen in order to grow properly. And so it will then put 30 in because it knows you've told it that there's already 100 on the field. Does that make sense?
It seems like it's almost it seems like that would be impossible.
What?
To know.
Well, you just get a soil sample.
Yeah, but that's not the whole field.
You probably, I would imagine most farmers, send in.
They're getting a lot of guessing.
They would send in the several samples. Well, not necessarily, because you put down slurry on the entire field. So, if you grab certain sections of the field and they're all showing consistently that you have the same amount of fertilizer all across, then that takes the guesswork out of it because it's like, oh, well, we know that we have that much in this area, this area, this area, and this area. But that's where that iSarah Scout comes in because if you run that every couple of years, you know exactly what your soil's doing. That's part of that whole precision farming thing. But the seeder, now the other thing the seeder knows too, once you put those values in, the seeder does keep track on the GPS where you've been and where you haven't been in real life. So like I was talking to the guys from Stara, and he said that like when let's say you're planting and you pass over a section that you've already planted, like let's say you make a figure 8, And when you're closing that 8, you're going over the section that you've already planted. Guess what happens?
Feeder cuts off.
Yeah, the seeder knows that you've been there already, and it turns the seeds off. So it's pretty complicated and amazing and mathematic and good engineering. So it's kind of cool that they're able to do that, but it actually is, they are able to do quite a bit. But yeah, like I said,
why in the heck does my refrigerator break after just 1 year of using it?
because they want you to buy another one. That's on purpose. They're engineered to fail. They are. You know, these companies know that if they make something that's going to last 10 years, well, they got a customer in 10 years. If they make something that lasts a year, then they lose all their customers. Right?
Right. So to me, that doesn't make sense.
Because that's junk. So they won't do that. So what they do is they make appliances that last 6 or 7 years. They know that you'll come back and buy another one. And they have enough sales that they can, survive on that. But yeah, they'll do 6 or 7 years and then it breaks. Designed obsolescence. So anyway, but not so with the farm equipment. I think
not yet anyway.
No, I think what they do, the way that they make money is obviously farm equipment breaks. It's a tough job. You're dealing with all kinds of conditions, and so what they do to make money, obviously, is make it so that you can't service it yourself, but that you have to bring it to a dealership to get it serviced. So the dealership, when they sell you a tractor, it's almost like a video game system. Like when Nintendo sells you a console, they're not making a lot of money on the console, but they know you're going to buy a bunch of games.
Right.
The dealership, when they sell you a tractor, they may not make a ton of money on the sale of the tractor, but they know they're going to make it back with service calls. So, especially John Deere, because you have to take it to them to get it fixed.
Right, but at the same time, you're also putting farmers out of business.
I know.
They can't afford to repair the machines.
I know.
So you're actually screwing your customers over.
Yeah. They're your small customers anyway, yeah. I think most farmers nowadays, they get it fixed anyway. But it depends on the equipment. I know one thing that I found out is that a lot of guys, so with these little mini tractors, because we've been, kind of looking at them, we can't really afford it yet, but when Glenn and Angie leave from the farm, we're screwed. Because right now, Glenn brings a forklift or a bobcat from work and moves the manure pile so that we can continue using it. But if he's not there to move it, then we get the manure pile is going to get really messed up, and it's not going to be movable. And then he uses it to drag the arena. So occasionally, you need to put like magnetite in the arena so that there's not as much dust. And so there's a little device that you use once you put it in to spread it around called a drag. And they put these. It's almost like a cultivator, but for the horse arena.
Can't you use a horse to do that?
No, not really, because it gets piled up.
No, to drag the equipment.
I mean, I guess you could. That's an interesting idea. I'll have to run that past my wife. But they're pretty heavy. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's probably too heavy for a horse to pull. You might get a team of horses to do it.
A team of horses.
Yeah, I don't know that most boarders would be okay with that.
It's their horse. They're messing it up, right?
Hey guys, you don't mind if we take your horses and use them for slave labor? Anyway, so you can use the drag, but then also it's
just tie up the owners. Start pulling. No.
Anyway, so I've been looking at these little like toy tractors. The Kubotas, the Coyotes, the was it YMR? Hibachi, Mahindra. Is it TMY, TMR? YMR. I don't know. There's one brand, Yanmar. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And they supposedly Yanmar is on the top.
You could always use your car.
My poor car. Actually, one time we needed to drag it, and one of the boarders used her. She had a Kia Sorento, like an old one, so it's big. It's like a V8.
You gotta go to a junkyard, local junkyard, and say, "Look, I'm looking for just a little chunky pickup truck that runs, just to drag something at the thing, and maybe they might be able to find you something that runs."
They'd be like, "Sure, here. This could be yours for $12,000."
Well, no, not 12, but just be like, say something's not roadworthy, but you can use it on a farm.
Possibly.
Or heck, there might be a farmer that might donate an old truck or something.
The tractor's kind of needed, though, because we need to be able to maneuver the pile. That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if it mows, that's good, too, because then we can use it as a primary mower. Right now, my wife has our John Deere down there, and she mows with it. But she also uses that to move stuff around inside the barn. So when she's cleaning out stalls, she dumps the manure into the trailer of the tractor and moves it around. So whoops. Anyway,
yeah, the only problem with Bobcats is to repair them things is it's so expensive.
Whoa, that's where I was going with this story. Is these little tractors? Unfortunately, if you get anything over 50 horsepower, they have all these standard like diesel emission things that you have to worry about, and pretty much anything over 50 horsepower is going to be diesel. So they have these like reburn or recirculation things that you have to deal with, and I guess they're a real pain, and they don't work well, and they cause problems with maintenance. And so most of the farm guys recommend that you stick to like the 20 to 25 horsepower for those all-in-one tractors. Because then if you get one that's like less horsepower than 25, it doesn't have to have that reburn system on it. Wow, in the time it took me to mow this aisle and that section there, Micah has finished. Oh, and make a cup of coffee. Micah has finished the entire field. That is a fast seeder. What, you were out there for 40 minutes. That's what we needed. That thing sped up our production by quite a bit.
Funny is the tractor's still clean and the seeder's dirty.
That's because the seeder was doing all the digging. My mower's a little bit dirty too. There's the Zeter. So our crops are starting to grow. Look at this. Wow. The barley's really popped up. I suppose it's going to be ready next month, though, right?
I don't know when you planted it.
In the fall. I think that this is going to pop next month, or the month that is April, June, July. That's crazy. You forget how quickly they grow. And then this goes slower. We got wheat here. This should pop around July too, though. That looks like it might take longer, though. No weeds, though. That's good. The weeds have stayed away. Over on this other field, we have our canola. Looking good. pH value is a little low. This needs to be... I need to put lime down on this field. But still, should be happy enough. 90% yield is good. Yield potential 100%. So we're not perfect, but we're pretty good. And I think, dang, is this grass already done? That grass looks grown, doesn't it? It's turning. It's got the little wheatlets at the top, the seedlets. I think we have to mow today, Micah.
Dang. You better get started.
What are we gonna do with this mow? With the mow?
Maybe with the grass?
Yeah, we don't need it.
Biogas.
Yeah, you think we should sell it turn it into silage and sell it?
Yeah, why not? Or do bales. You know how you love to bale.
I just love baling.
Silage bales.
We don't have a baler on the farm, do we?
Oh, you could always rent one, Arthur.
All right, do you want to mow and I'll get the baler? And then what we'll do is we'll wrap. We'll bale and then wrap.
I am not a rapper.
I know. Yo.
No, I can't do it. I'm not. I'm too white.
You're too white.
I'm too white to rap. It's in my
white and nerdy.
Yeah.
All right, this thing is not coming clean. All right, so when you mow it, put it into windrows, obviously. And there's 2 lawns. There's the one right across from you now, and then there's the one that's off in the distance a bit further away.
You mean 7?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start with 7 then.
Yeah. Let me look here. Yeah, 7 and then 6. 7 and 6 are the mows. And we're going to rent my favorite baler.
Now, do you want me to get off the field as much as I can too to add that?
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? It can't hurt, right? So I found out about this. I didn't know this about tractors either. On these little mini tractors and ZTRs, when you drop the deck like that, they actually make them so that you can run them over to get them back on again. So a lot of these tractors have decks that you can take off, and they're designed to be driven over. So you drive over them, you put them underneath the tractor, and then you latch them to the bottom of the tractor once you're over them. The more you know. I'm going to get the coolest baler ever made. And we're just going to lease it. Ah! Mower death.
Where's the windrow? Is it toggle work mode?
Yes. Let me take a look at your mower setup. It should say center.
It doesn't. But I figured it out.
Yep, you got it. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the my Chevy Silverado, like a rock. Ooh, like a rock. Or for anybody that likes Ford or Dodge, a piece of junk. Ooh, piece of junk. All right, I'll be back. All right, we have arrived at the dealership. I'm gonna rent a fan, an Arthur favorite. This is really. Actually, we should park up here with the rest because the truck's gonna stay up here until we're done. Talk to me, baby. Ooh, these are all available. Yes. Yes. I freaking love this baler. This is the best device of all time. Brought to you by Vermeer. We need to make sure we got the right bale size selected. We're going to do, let's see, 180. And then I want to make sure that that parappa, we're going to rent a wrapper when we're done, and I got to make sure that the wrapper will do it. So we just need to check the store real quick and see what the wrapper specs are to make sure we're doing the right size so we don't get in a situation where we can't wrap the bale. Wrapper does 150, 150, 180. That's for the really long. I don't want that. Extractor 150. So really 150 to 180. 150. So 150 is the answer. 150 is the answer for the bales today. So change size to 150. Okay. I'm glad we checked that out because that there's pretty important stuff. This thing is awesome. And I know it adds an additional step for us, but and Micah may not be willing to do it, but I am. Hello, Micah. They're here juggling around on the mic, but he had a phone call, so. It's a barrel of fun. All right, so we are going to begin baling, the fun part. And that's lowered. Right? There we go. So we're going to make 150 centimeter bales, and then we're going to wrap them. Did you see my awesome baler, Micah?
Red shoes. Oh, okay, there we go. I forgot you can slide these out.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right, to make them even wider.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, it's full. What do you think about the sweet baler? The coolest baler of all
I never
time.
got to use it yet.
You want to switch off? You want to try it?
No. Have you let the people watch you?
Oh, they see it all the time. I like it because it's fast. I'll just put these on the field. I think in the long run, because of its ridiculously steep price, it's
That baler there.
yeah, it's probably not worth it.
Unless that's all you're gonna do is bales. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, any farm that does a lot of baling, it's a cool device. And the fact that you can, if you have a hilly farm and you want to, park your bales sideways so they don't roll down the hill, this allows you to ZTR. So it's pretty handy to be able to turn and dump it off the field. But it's expensive, $214,000. It's, double the price of any other baler. And it doesn't wrap, so that's,
Well, you only need like you're just saying well, that's only one piece of equipment instead of running two.
Right, you need no tractor. And it is fast and efficient and cool. I like it. I'm curious to how many of these you sell or they sell. I bet you who buys these companies that go out and do baling under contracts. I bet you those are the guys that buy these, and not just like regular farmers.
Upload these out to their maximum.
WeBaleForYou.com.
Boy, it really takes a while to get this thing moving with the mowers running.
Yes. I mean, it is a smallish tractor. It's not. It's not huge.
That's a pretty big swath.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the heat. Micah has finished mowing, but I got a lot of baling left to do. And then we need to wrap these and set them. I probably will set them at the end of this field. All of them. And we'll let them ferment. They're going to take a couple months. And we'll probably honestly not sell them until winter. And we'll have more because we're going to mow again. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep mowing and making silage out of these fields for this year. And we're going to have a big bunch of money. Once again, our goal is $1 million on this farm. And that's it, really, because we've been here for 50 episodes or so. I'm ready to move on to the next farm, but I want to hit my goal first. So, other series that we're still running, we still are going to be doing our Ohio Richlands Valley Vineyard. We haven't done anything on there for a while. I apologize with the holidays and stuff. I've been real busy. Mike has been busy. We'll get back to that soon, but I'd like to maybe get this farm out of the way first, and then we'll continue that series. And then also we have our I've got the lumber series I'm doing with Kyle on Sundays when we can, but with the holidays, once again, it's been busy. And then we're also doing Zoop Zoop Zoop. So those are the series that we're running. I don't know that at this point that once this series ends that I'll replace it, because we have almost too many running right now. So it's making it difficult for me to keep up with all of them. I'd rather have more episodes of the same farm than one each of these farms, and have like one episode every 2 weeks is kind of where we're at. So that's about the best I can do right now. So, all right, guys, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series, and we will see you in the next exciting episode. Micah, do you want to say night-nights?
Have a good night, people.
We'll see you later, people.